the BBC licence fee to remain until 2038 seems like an absolutely ridiculous proposition, doesn't it? Especially when you consider the fact that, as the research shows, research I keep highlighting on my channel, out there from YouGov, a majority of Brits now think the BBC should be funded either through advertising or subscription, and the vast majority of Brits, as we stand in 2021, do not think the licence fee is value for money. But Defund the BBC and others, downhearted about the lack of reform on the table at the moment. And we're also seeing now this argument that the UK is stuck with the licence fee until 2038. Now, this is the Digital Culture, Media and Sports Select Committee of MPs saying the universal-based subscription alternative not possible in the timeline, that Britain is stuck with the licence fee until 2038 due to a failure to roll out super fast broadband, left no viable alternative. With Julian Knight, the committee's chairman, quoted by the Telegraph as saying, "It's clear that the BBC TV licence fee has a limited shelf life in a digital media landscape. However, the government has missed the boat to reform it. Instead of coming up with a workable alternative, it has sealed its own fate through a failure to develop a broadband infrastructure that would allow serious consideration of other means to fund the BBC." However, this has been comprehensively debunked and taken apart in another Telegraph article, this one by Andrew Orlowski, founder of the research network Think of X. And before I go into that, I just think the idea that the licence fee in the modern age now, as many of you in the comments below do tell me, and thanks for your support on the channel, you know, you don't watch the BBC, you don't see why you should have to fund it. The idea of this going on until 2038, I think, is a complete non-starter. But we do need to see the government a bit more in touch with mainstream British public opinion on this. But Andrew Orlowski in the Telegraph saying how to scrap the BBC licence fee tomorrow. And he said that the committee's conclusion was based on a faulty premise. And he lays out how the BBC's lobbyists have been pushing the argument that the licence fee cannot be repealed anytime soon because universal high-speed broadband is needed to deliver the content to everyone, and that broadband won't be fast enough for a very long time. Only then, the argument goes, could the BBC move to a fairer model like subscriptions. However, he completely takes this argument apart by highlighting they've investigated the tools and technologies that could introduce conditional access on modern TV hardware and found that they're largely already in place. Google even helped the TV industry develop some of them. That's because today's smart TV is essentially a computer that's running apps. Introduction would require minimal regulation, far less than mandating a smart card, merely the necessity to include a small BBC Authenticator applet in the TV's app menu. So I certainly think the argument that nothing can be done on the licence fee in the BBC until 2038 is absolute nonsense with the technology we've got nowadays. Nevertheless, we are going to need to see the government be a bit more radical on this, because as I've seen with their new BBC chairman, it seems like a bit of a status quo appointment, and there's bubbling around the country, and I sense it from you in the comments again, guys, that you really have had enough, especially in this day and age with the range of choices that you've got, of being forced to fund a BBC you don't have any respect for, you don't use, you don't watch, and you have no interest in, especially when we see presenters sneering at our flag. As ever, guys, if you enjoyed this report, if you found it helpful and informative, please do give this video a big thumbs up. We'd really appreciate that. And do hit join below if you want to support my channel, support my work. I would really appreciate your support. And of course, guys, as ever, thanks so much for watching.